Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to start something new on here. I saw a couple people do it and I was like, I like that. So I'm going to start doing like Sunday coffee chat. So I have my coffee in this cute mug that a friend gifted me. It says sweater weather, crunchy leaves, pumpkin spice, everything. And yes. So I thought I would just come on Sundays because usually I'm ready because I had to go to church. I got to go to church. And just talk about some questions or thoughts or whatever. I don't know. I have no real plan of how it's going to go, like planned out. It's just kind of like whatever's on my heart or whatever God's speaking to me that week, whatever you guys have asked me, whatever. That's kind of where I'd go. So on Sundays, I'll sit down with a cup of coffee. So grab some coffee and let's chat for a minute. So this week, I wanted to talk about two things. One, both are questions I was getting kind of frequently in my messages. And so one is coffee and one is how I do it all, which I don't. So disclaimer, I don't. So let's talk about those things. So first, let's talk about coffee. So some of you know more on my Instagram than on here, but I lost 65 pounds in 2018, and I've been able to maintain that weight loss all through I've lost it from January to July of 2018, and then I've been able to maintain it through the rest of 2018 and now 2019. So it's pretty awesome. And I'm a huge coffee lover, and we all know that coffee could be one of those things that just sneaks in those calories and those carbs and just causes weight gain, and you just don't even realize it. You're like, I eat so clean and I work out. What's going on? And it could be the coffee that you're consuming because it's like tons of sugar. So let me talk coffee with you guys, okay? So here's some tricks that I learned, one in my weight loss, and then now maintaining my weight loss. So first of all, I believe you're going towards or away from your health. And what we put in our body is contributing or not contributing to that. So first of all, when you are really going hard for your health and your weight loss, I would say if you are a coffee lover, drink black coffee. I know that is not fun. I know it seems like, what? It might put hair on my chest. Trust me, it didn't. It's good. And then I always say this too, like, I felt kind of like tougher. Like, it's like, come at me, bro. I drink black coffee. You don't want none of this. Trust me. Like, it's just like a new level of like, that's right. I'm a bad, you know what? So drink it black because, again, coffee itself is not bad. It's what we put in it. So we could be sneaking a ton of things in there that just are not going to help support your health goals. So drink black coffee. Iced, hot, whatever, drink it black. But in saying that, there would be times where I would decide that I would have a more plain, cleaned up version of dinner or whatever to have the coffee as a treat because I do love it so much, and I just wanted something more than black. So when I would drink something more than black, I would put in stevia. I like the stevia in the raw. I just get it at Walmart or Truvia. And I actually carry a couple of these in my purse because just in case a coffee spot doesn't have these options, which they don't sometimes, I would have it with me. So I do black with 2 stevia would be something I would do. Or I will order a venti iced coffee with almond milk and 2 stevia, or I'll do a venti or a grande almond milk latte with 2 stevia. I don't love the sugar-free cream or syrups at Starbucks, so I just skip those altogether, although that is something you could have because they're super low carb. I follow the Macro Barista on Instagram. He has great ideas for coffee, and keeping within a certain, I think he keeps them under 100 calories, and maybe he goes a little higher in the carbs than what I like all the time, but he's still really good. I like his stuff. So I'll do that. If I'm at home, I have these sugar-free syrups on hand. I have salted caramel. I have a pump. I get these at Smart and Final. I know you can order them on Amazon. I'm not sure where else carries them, but I love those. And then I will do like an almond milk creamer. This is one I found again at Target. It's great. It's pumpkin spice. So it's giving me all that pumpkin fall feels without all the calories and the crud that comes with it. So, and then I also have an espresso machine. So I have the pumpkin spice cake. So I'm able to still have those treats that I love. I love everything pumpkin, without just adding to my waistline. So I really love these things. Again, like the Christmas time and all that, I would add some whipped cream. This is super low in carbs. It's only 1 carb. Whipped cream and cinnamon. So that would make me feel like I was having more of a treat. And then the other thing I do is I am a super snob about what beans I brew, because if I'm drinking black coffee, I want the actual coffee to taste good. So we love Peet's in this house, Peet's coffee. This is the Brazil single origin. It's really good. Major Dickerson is another one we love. I love the Starbucks Cafe Verona, or the Italian roast. Those are really good. There's one local to us. It's called Turlock Morning. It's a really, really good local roaster. So anyway, I've just become very snobby about the actual bean, and the actual roast has to be super good because I'm actually tasting it now. Like, I'm not just tasting whatever creamer I put in it. I'm actually tasting the roast. So that's another thing. Just invest a couple more dollars into getting a good brand of bean, instead of, just dousing it in creamer and not being able to tell what the heck it is, So there's that. Again, when I go out, I already told you my orders. We have a local coffee spot. It's becoming local. It's really from Oregon, and it's moving down, called Dutch Brothers or Dutch Bros. And they have every drink you can make sugar-free with almond milk. So I love going there because I could go crazy and not feel bad about it. Give me all the drink, sugar-free almond milk. I love it. There are still times where I'll have an indulgence. It is pumpkin spice latte season, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I've already had one, but I had one, and that's the thing. That's the part that I'm wanting to really stick and is change your mind about things. They're a treat. You don't need them. You don't need to have 10 of them. You just can have one, enjoy it, and then move on with life and move towards your goals, not away. So that's my little coffee spiel. If you have any questions or anything, comment below, and I would love to answer them. We have a Ninja coffee pot. It brews a full pot, half pot, a travel size mug, and it also does a single cup. So I love it because we have 3 coffee drinkers in the house. Another thing is my program, the nutrition that I did, had so much natural energy. I didn't need coffee as much, but I still enjoy it and love the social aspect of it and all that stuff. So I had to figure out a way to have it and be social and all that kind of stuff without it ruining my goals. So that's kind of what I've done for that. And then for the second part of this, how I do it all, that's a myth. I do not do it all. I don't. I heard a talk at a convention I had gone to, and the lady said she picks 3 things a day. We all wear a ton of hats, mom, work person, working mom, whatever. We wear all these hats, but there's no way you could get them all done well in one day. So she picks 3 areas to focus on a day. So one day it's husband, kids, and house. One day it's work, sister, whatever. Focus on 3 things a day. And every day is different. Every day has a different combination of what needs to be done that day. But she gives her whole self to those 3 things each day. And that's how she kind of balances everything. Because balance is a myth, you guys. You're never, I don't know if never. Maybe some of you have it figured out, but I don't. I don't believe there is a way to do everything well every day. I just don't. And I want to release myself from that expectation because I just don't think it's realistic. There's no way I could be the best wife ever and the best mom ever and the best pastor ever and the best health coach ever and the best hairdresser ever all in the same day. I'll die. I'll die. But there's a way that I could do 3 or 2 of those really well each day and then give my whole heart to the ones that I didn't get to the next day. And I think that's okay. So that's kind of how I have managed it. Now, of course, I am a mom every day. But what I'm meaning by that is maybe I don't do the fun art project on that day, but I save it for a day where I'm fully present with them and I'm not having to go do hair too. Or I'm a wife every day, but maybe we don't have date night every night. We have it once a week, and then I just do quick love notes the rest of the days. It's not that I neglect the other things on the different days. It's that they are not getting my 100%. They're getting like my 60, 80%, if that makes any kind of sense. And I feel like that's okay. I feel like we're doing all right and I'm not dying. And then on top of that, I do take time for myself. In the mornings, I get up before everyone does, and I have a good 2 hours to myself where I read, I invest in myself by listening to a podcast or whatever. And then in the evening, I do the same thing. I have about half an hour to myself where I, again, read. I love to read, you guys. So that's kind of a self-care thing. Do my skincare routine, do whatever. So I bookend my day taking care of myself, because you have to. I mean, it's overused, but the airplane analogy, if you're not getting enough oxygen yourself, you can't help other people. And then I loved Rachel Hollis in the Made for More movie. She was talking about how if we picture ourselves like a vase, us as moms and women, we are usually like have ourselves dumped sideways so we can be pouring out on everyone else, and we're only getting like half of what we need, and we're pouring everything out, and we end up exhausted and all these things. I'm butchering it. This is how I pictured it. But she said it, but if you just stood tall and allowed yourself to be filled up, and I'm picturing God, right? Because I am a believer. If you just stand tall and let yourself just be filled, eventually you're going to be so full you overflow. So all these people are going to get all those things that you wanted to give them anyway, but you're not going to be depleting yourself. So I really took that to heart, and that's kind of how I live, is like I want to be so full. I want to make sure in the mornings I'm getting Jesus, I'm getting my worship, I'm getting all these things, because I'm about to be attacked with all kinds of different things every day. Even with my best intentions, throw something new at me, and I will be full and ready for that situation because I've taken care of myself. So that's kind of how I do my stuff. I time block big time. So I have timers. I have I'm on my phone. I have a billion timers set on my phone every 2.5 hours. Part of my nutrition program is I eat every 2.5 hours. That's the best way to keep your metabolism really functioning at its peak. So I eat every 2.5 hours, small meals. So every time I eat, I switch activity. So like my first block of time is me time. My second block of time is like my morning with the kids, like getting them breakfast, getting them dressed, getting school started, doing those kind of things. I'm trying to get better at having certain days for certain things. Like on this day, we do meetings. On this day, I do hair. On this day, whatever. I'm not great at that yet, but I'm working on that. So anyway, all throughout the day, I have different blocks, like my lunch block with the kids, and then that's my time to check emails. My evening block is my time to bathe. I mean, a lot of them have to do with kids too, because I'm home with them most of the time, all day long. And then my time block to work is after school and before dinner. So I had to make that sacrifice. That means I lose out on some money. Like, let's get real. I do work Saturdays for that reason, to help anyone else. But I made a decision that during the week, that's the time I'm going to work. When school is done, because we homeschool, and before dinner, because I want to be home for dinner. Plus, I have to make it, so I need to be home for that. But then the trade-off for that is I work Saturdays. I go to work about 10, and I work till about 3. So it just give and take, ebbs and flows, and you have to go with it. Like when you have a family my size and as many people and opinions and just things that happen, like you have to be able to like roll with it. So I've created structure and boundaries so I can roll with it. We, in the church world, in our church, we say what did we say? We organize so we could be organic. So it's like we take care of business so we can kind of like, oh, well, we got this opportunity to do this, so let's go ahead and let's do that. So as much as I can, I schedule a time block, I do these things, but at the same time, come a different opportunity or situation, I can roll. So let's just do that. So I don't know, that's kind of how I manage all that I do. So for those of you who are newer to my channel, I'm a homeschooling mom, I'm a hairdresser, we're pastors, I am a health coach, and we have 5 kids. So those are my main hats, not to mention I'm a friend, I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a sister, I'm a daughter, I'm a person. So it's a lot, and any one of those things would be a full-time job in its own, and I've decided to take it all on. So it's just who I am. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this kind of like coffee talk, even though I didn't like drink my coffee. I just talked. But I hope that this will be something that we could do more of in the future. If you have any questions for me or like topics or whatever, you just kind of want to discuss on here, leave in the comments and I'll do it next Sunday. I would love that. That would make my day. So make sure you leave those comments, ask your questions or whatever. Like if there's a topic you're like, I wonder what she thinks about that. Let's do it. All right. I hope you guys are having a great day. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, join the tribe, do all those things. All right. We'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.